Does performance at the end of the day matter? Kaam, as they say in Hindi, does that matter? Or does identity or naam matter? And what is in a name in any case, viewers? Plenty apparently. The once UPA flagship bill championed by Sonia Gandhi herself is being renamed by the Modi government. It is going to be now called the Ji Ramji bill. The full form is changing from the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act to the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin, or VBG Ramji bill. The bill will be tomorrow, viewers, tabled and perhaps even passed in Parliament. The decision by the NDA to drop Mahatma Gandhi's name and restructure the bill has once again exposed a deeper ideological divide and not merely a policy disagreement. We'll come to that. But first, what's changing? Let me tell you, viewers, let me run you through what architecturally is changing about the Act. And to bring about these architectural changes, we need to pass a bill. So, viewers, earlier, the MNREGA used to guarantee 100 days of employment. Now, it will guarantee 125 days. Earlier, viewers, the focus on works that were given out, in a sense, was scattered across many sectors. But now it's only going to be 4 types of works that will be spoken of. The wage burden. Earlier, it was completely centrally funded right up till yesterday, viewers, or today. Now, states will also bear 40% of the expense. And viewers, program control, earlier demand-based. Now, viewers, center will make the allocations. In a sense, viewers, it will be a more targeted scheme. And that helps in many ways because it makes the financing easier. We're not spending money from the exchequer, which is taxpayer money, wantonly. The rebranding is necessitated by change in circumstance. It's no longer about handouts, but about empowerment. And the government has come out and said that, look, poverty has fallen. Rural India has transformed over the years. Poverty has fallen in the rural areas from 25%, which was in 2011-2012, to about 4.86% as of last year. This rising consumption, incomes and financial access has been recorded also. Stronger social protection, better connectivity, deeper digital access, open-ended model, outdated with diverse rural livelihoods, which some of them don't even apply in today's modern times. The Congress has lashed out at the BJP. Rahul Gandhi even accusing the Prime Minister of hating everything about Gandhiji, viewers. Interestingly, of course, viewers, this bill is going to be passed tomorrow when Rahul Gandhi is going to be abroad. In fact, a whip has been issued by the Congress party, but it will not apply to the LOP because he won't be there. Rahul Gandhi says Modi ji has a deep hatred for 2 things: the ideas of Mahatma Gandhi and the rights of the poor. MNREGA is a living embodiment of Mahatma Gandhi's dream of village self-rule. It's a lifeline for millions of rural lives and proved to be their economic shield during COVID. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, his sister, who's a Congress MP, has come out and said Mahatma Gandhi is not from my family, but he's like my family member, and the entire country feels the same way. The right to employment is being weakened, and this is against our constitution, unquote. For the Congress and its India allies, Mahatma Gandhi is invoked as some sort of, viewers, moral capital, even as their own record shows repeated attempts to recalibrate, pause or dilute this same scheme when it conflicted with economic priorities when it was in power during the UPA years. The outrage today contrasts with UPA era debates where ministers openly questioned the scheme's distortions. In 2011, for example, and I'm taking you back to the UPA era, Sharad Pawar, an ally of the Congress, NCP Supremo, he was agricultural minister. He called for halting MNREGA's works during sowing and harvest season, as the scheme was drawing workers away from other sectors particularly the industrial sector. Pawar's views were opposed by his cabinet colleague and then Rural Development Minister Jairam Ramesh, who accused him of being insensitive. Viewers, UPA Finance Ministry cut back allocations from rupees 40,000 crores in 2011-2012 to rupees 33,000 crore in 2012-2013. The UPA Union Foreign Finance Minister at that time, P. Chidambaram, in his first term had also mooted that certain percentage of costs should be borne by the states. Exactly what is happening today. The naming controversy therefore adds another layer. The discomfort with G Ramji fits a longer pattern of an ideological unease with civilizational references, particularly those invoking viewers or approximating to the name of Lord Ram. The BJP argues that rural India has changed and welfare must evolve. We want to usher in Ram Rajya. The Congress sees erasure at its cost. This is not technocratic. It is ideological, about identity, symbolism, and who gets to define India's moral and cultural grammar. Let's open this up, viewers. Let's ask some basic and honest questions tonight. And we're going to have a very focused debate. And I'm going to begin first with the BJP to get a sense of why it needs to do all of this. Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, a massive bill, an act of parliament that approximates to his vision of rural empowerment. Today you're changing that name and you've brought in an acronym that translates, some people are saying, to basically propel a particular vision of India, cultural vision.
First of all,
how do you respond to this, sir?
First of all, Rahul, this is not a name changer bill, it's a game changer bill. And therefore, we are not changing any names. Secondly, let me tell you that those who are swearing by Mahatma Gandhi का fake surname लगाने से कुछ महात्मा गांधी की तरह नहीं बनते. Mahatma Gandhi had said stop the Congress party after independence. Mahatma Gandhi did not say do corruption and dynasty politics. Mahatma Gandhi was for Ram Rajya. They deny the existence of Ram and they have problem wherever they see Ram. Mahatma Gandhi was the one who had even said that he stands with being a good Hindu, and we know what they say about Hindu terror, etc., Sanatan Samap. So they cannot say that they are with Mahatma Gandhi. In fact, this bill talks about Mahatma Gandhi's two essential points, Ram and Gram, both of them. And let me explain how. First of all, how much did they even talk about MNREGA or do for MNREGA? 40,000 crores was the budget in 2011-12. They cut it down to 33,000 crores. By the way, in the 10 years of UPA, they allocated 1.91 lakh crores to MNREGA. The NDA has given 7.8 lakh crores to MNREGA. They generated 1660 crores person days of work in 10 years. We generated 2993 crores. But today, rural India, as you have said, has changed. We have got a huge drop in the poverty levels. We are seeing now that electrification, connectivity, all of these things, consumption has increased in the rural areas. So what are we saying? We are saying that we need a system that actually is more compatible with the rural areas, which will be AI based, which will be GPS monitoring based. It will still be decided by the panchayati. It will be stronger. The guarantee goes nowhere. In fact, it's enhanced to 125 days. It will have a social audit. It will be Aadhaar and biometric linked. And by the way, one thing that Sharad Pawar was demanding, that during the agriculture harvest season, the farmers are unable to get the labor at a good cost and the cost input is increasing. That has also been factored in. Are they against farmers' rights, or was Sharad Pawar against Mahatma Gandhi? In fact, at that time, Chidambaram ji also said that states should bear the burden more. Today, when 31% of devolution has increased to 42%, when states which used to get 22 lakh crores are getting 85 lakh crores, today the Nal Se Jal, Aadhaar Yojna, Ayushman Bharat Yojna, or the Mudra Loan Yojna, the Toilet Yojna, all of these have been given by the center to the states. Today, when we are taking this new scheme and ensuring that 125 days of guaranteed work is there, then what is their problem? I think their problem is only one thing, which is the initials RAM. And therefore, I'll give you one more example. See, there is no Congress person. What is the other initials that scare them? RSS. And whose name is RSS? Rahul Shiv Shankar. So wherever they see RSS or wherever they see Ram, they start opposing even without any kind of real logic. See, even Sanjeev Srivastava and Anand Ranganathan know that RSS dikha nahi, Ram dikha nahi, to bina koi mat. And last point, Anand ji bole usse pehle main bol deta hu. You know, in 2005 when this bill came, MNREGA, it was not initially named as Mahatma Gandhi scheme. It only got this name in 2009. And they removed the name of Jawahar and they made it in the name of Mahatma Gandhi. So were they insulting Jawahar?
Okay, so let's get a handle on this, Sanjeev ji. Look, the slight wisecrack apart, the point of the matter is this: that in scope, the number of days are increasing. Yeah, okay, fine, they've changed the name, but why should that be such an issue in today's day? I mean, there are even parties that are saying that this obsession with naming everything that roughly translates and approximates to a language of the North, this, that, the other, is also something that we have a problem with. I think we're getting a little trivial here. We're losing sight of real issues. Would you agree?
So I think, Rahul, in your introductory remarks only you said that there are two aspects to this new bill. One is the ideological, the name change from Gandhi, removing the name of Gandhi and bringing in this acronym, which can be seen by some people as G Ram also, and Ramji or Ram Raj. And the other aspect is the structural changes being brought in. I don't think anybody will, or at least I will not, how can I say for everybody, but I don't have any issues with the broad structural changes. After all, the minimum guarantee is being increased from 100 days to 125 days. And who can contest the thought of these schemes and these development works being more focused and more target-oriented, more infra-related? So rather than doing wasteful work, and devolution of 40% share for states, again, it can be, that is one aspect which can be debated, whether center is trying to pass on some of the burden. But the bigger issue is the ideological thing. That is the real, what do you say, the phantom in the room or elephant in the room. That what is the, because I do agree with the Congress party there, what is this aversion to Mahatma Gandhi's name? And that's a larger issue from Nathuram Godse versus this to RSS versus that. And that's an ideological thing. So there is a moving away from, because all these structural changes could have been continued with Mahatma Gandhi's name there. So what is the problem with Mahatma Gandhi's name? If it was a Jawaharlal Nehru or Rajiv Gandhi or Indira, one could have still understood that, okay, there is politics, why give credit to the opposition? But moving away from Mahatma Gandhi's name, doing away with him being this, as a manner of speaking, symbolically attached to this great scheme which is doing so much for poverty alleviation and helping so much the rural poor.
Okay.
That I think is, I will not appreciate that. That's my personal take, and everybody's entitled to one's own.
Okay, very quickly, Shahzad Poonawalla,
Mahatma Gandhi
on that
is
point.
somebody, he's the biggest brand for India, the world over, not just in India.
Biggest brand of a kind of ideology that was based on focusing on the uplift of rural India. Why shouldn't a scheme be named after him? Specifically after it was changed from Nehru's name, and everyone welcomed that change.
If you look at Mahatma Gandhi and you want to summarize him in 4 pillars, it becomes Khadi, Swadeshi, Gram and Ram. This is empowering Gram Panchayat. It is obviously trying to bring in Ram Rajya and it has Ram in its name. Also Khadi, when was the 1 lakh crore sale of Khadi actually taken place? And who has pressed for Swadeshi? Inke to Neta bhi Swadeshi nahi hai. Forget anything else. But having said that, if they like Mahatma Gandhi's name so much and they feel we have changed this, we have not. This is a new scheme. But if they feel so, there are 450 schemes, 450 schemes and stadiums after Indira, Nehru and Rajiv. Why don't they propose that all of them should be named after Mahatma Gandhi? I think that the Congress
say tomorrow the Congress headquarters should also be renamed.
They named it after whom? Indira Bhavan. This is their commitment to Mahatma Gandhi. They named their Bhavan, the new building, that they, the posh building, after Indira.
See, so, I don't want to make it trivial.
Sanjeev ji, may I just finish?
I don't want to make it trivial, but
Sanjeev ji, may I just finish 5 seconds?
This is no Aurangabad that you change it to Sambar.
No, Sanjeev ji, may I just finish in 5 seconds? No. With due respect to you. With due respect to you, sir. With due respect to you. Sir, my problem is that if you are saying that this is an insult to Mahatma Gandhi, here is Jairam Ramesh's statement. Sir,
I'm not saying
you, Congress. MNREGA is not a permanent solution. He wanted to do away with MNREGA as well, Jairam Ramesh. So was he insulting Mahatma Gandhi?
Okay, so
it was not named after Mahatma for 5 years.
Let me just open this up. Let me bring in Dr. Ranganathan. See, I don't think we have a problem with the architecture. Many people have a problem with what many people are saying is a negation now of Mahatma Gandhi. It began with Nehru, Now it's extending to another founding father. How do you respond to this?
Good evening, Rahul. Good evening to my fellow panelists. There are two issues here, one technical and another not so. And I want to address both because both are connected and the opposition has connected them, is going to connect them in the near future. Look, in the last 11 years, tell me one thing that Modi has done that has been appreciated by the opposition. One. I hope Modi doesn't wake up one day and recommend breathing in of clean air, or the opposition leaders will pick up axes in their thousands and begin chopping trees. They want India to fail because then they can say India has failed because Modi was running it, period. And the lapdog darbaris and out of work jholawalas and Merc driving middlemen pretending to be farmers act as their stormtroopers. They managed to blackmail Modi over farm laws. The day he decided to repeal them, that day he sent a message to the world. It was a message that victory of anarchy over democracy, message of Luddism over logic, control over choice. And the message was block roads, strike work, lay siege, and state will succumb. And since that day, asked to bend, the government has been crawling. Rahul, these charlatans must not succeed this time round over MNREGA. The proposed amendment to this Rural Employment Guarantee Act are logical, rational, and much needed. Pro-farmer, farmer-friendly, and these changes aim to enhance efficiency, expand coverage, and address implementation gaps in the region. Let's number one, briefly. Guaranteed wage employment days have been increased from 100 to 125 per rural household annually. The existing 100-day cap had become a restrictive upper limit, with software barriers preventing more days in practice. Did you know only 8 million households could exhaust even the current quota against over 80 million active job cards? This improves the act by providing greater income security and more assured work opportunities for rural poor households, potentially boosting rural consumption and reducing distress migration. Number two, shift to joint funding between the center and states, 60-40 ratio. This change distributes fiscal responsibility, addressing concerns over center's growing burden and states shrinking fiscal space due to factors like GST and cesses. It improves the act by promoting state-level accountability and ownership, potentially leading to better targeted implementation. Finally, three, introduction of a 60-day pause in the scheme during peak agricultural seasons. The rationale is to prevent labor shortages in farming by ensuring workers are available for sowing and harvesting periods as notified by states based on logical agroclimatic conditions. This addresses issues of MNREGA diverting rural labor from essential agricultural activities, and it enhances the act by balancing employment guarantees with agricultural productivity needs, supporting food security in rural economies while still allowing the full 125 days outside these pauses. So in summary, these changes improve the act. And for all the jobless commies and darbari journalists and activists who are against these farmer-friendly changes, I think Modi should bring in a Mahatma Gandhi National Jholawala and Journalist Employment Guarantee Act. Now, number two, as far as the name is concerned, yes, Shehzad is right about the fact that the name was not Mahatma Gandhi to start with. But another important fact is, I am for one rule, period. If you have names that are kept on, for example, Atalji, for Deen Dayal Upadhyay, and you have an existing name that was named on Mahatma Gandhi, where is the need to actually remove that name? It could have been the same. This is a kind of a baton that you have given to the opposition to beat you with and bring in all the opposition to the 3 points that make this new amendment act much more valid. And finally, this is absolutely very important. There are other central schemes that are still running that are based on Mahatma Gandhi. So my good friend Sanjeev Srivastava is totally wrong. There is the Bunkar Yojna, and the flagship scheme of Swachh Bharat is based on Mahatma Gandhi, his spectacles. In fact, my problem is that there is not enough aversion to Mahatma Gandhi by Narendra Modi.
Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking, that Dr. Ranganathan perhaps might end on. So, Professor Mondo, look, I don't understand. The structural changes are being opposed in the name of opposing what some people are suggesting is a degree of ideological assertion, cultural assertion, language assertion, identity, symbolism, an attempt to redefine India's moral and cultural grammar. I mean, what is going on, Professor Saab?
I think you are changing the name of a person who is being revered across the globe. In fact, there are very few Indians who are revered across the globe. In fact, in 180 countries, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi or Mahatma Gandhi is one of them, along with Mother Teresa and R.N. Tagore. These are the three Indians who are revered. If you take, for example, go to any of the 180 states, the people of their country will know these three names from India: Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, and Mother Teresa. Now you are dissociating one of the most successful schemes of the government, especially the earlier government, for this name, because you do not want this name to be there, and you're bringing in something that people will not know. I don't understand.
But on what basis are you saying that there is an erasure of Mahatma Gandhi? Explain.
I can ask the same question: on what basis you need to change the name? Was it not popular? You can have the structural changes. We welcome the raising of the raise from 100 to 125 days, despite the fact that you singularly targeted us for the last 5-6 years. No money is coming to Bengal. 1.8 lakh crores are still due. Nonetheless, how can you insult this person? And thank God that it is not PM MNREGA, Pujya Modi MNREGA, like what he did for Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Stadium. Thank God it is not there. But I think this is only the lip service that Mr. Modi gives to, I think, one of the greatest sons in the world, who is revered,
lip service,
across the globe.
Lip service. Person who is a global brand ambassador for this country, as Sanjeev Srivastava is saying, is being erased.
Mr. Rahul,
okay,
Mr. Rahul, he has inspired many movements.
Why do they remember all their points after you have finished with them?
Okay, one second. Two quick ones. One, Dr. Ranganathan just putting his hand up. Go ahead. Yes.
I am not surprised that Monojit Da, in taking the name of global icons who are revered, he said Mother Teresa, not Swami Vivekanand. You know, this 70-foot statue of Lionel Messi was erected in Bengal. It was done by Sujit Bose. They put Swami Vivekanand at his feet. And these people encroached the birthplace, the ancestral birthplace of Rabindranath Tagore, the TMC workers. The court evicted them from there. This man is lecturing us about the protection and respect to icons. This is the picture. I don't want to get into the messy affair. Just look at what you have done with Swami Vivekanand. Mother Teresa is important for you. Swami Vivekanand is not. This shows your mindset.
Okay. So other than Shehzad, three people on this panel: Dr. Ranganathan, of course, my fellow panelist who was just speaking before me, and myself. We all think there was no need to change the name from Mahatma Gandhi. Whether there are many schemes continuing or not, like Anand Ranganathan said, is a separate issue.
So let me ask,
But he also agreed, despite, and on all other things, I am in agreement with him. So I really don't know where is it.
So, Doctor,
this looks little petty and peevish.
Okay, petty, peevish, negating legacy,
Can I come in?
and imposing. Just one second, sir. Just one second. Dr. Ranganathan, look, is this once again the government signaling to a vote bank, expecting controversy, consolidating a particular vote bank? Is that what's happening here?
Well, it's difficult to say, but as I said, yeah, it is petty, because this was a very successful scheme of the UPA. It continued for about 10 years during the UPA, and Mr. Modi continued it despite deriding it first.
Deriding it.
You remember his iconic speech where he says, "Gadde khod rahe the tum log MNREGA se." And Shehzad rightly said he's increased the budget of MNREGA. So this is a flagship government scheme. Plus, there are other schemes that have Mahatma Gandhi name. In fact, it is infuriating to me personally. One of the main reasons to switch to digital economy is I don't want to use our currency that much, because every time I use the currency, I have to see Mahatma Gandhi. Be that as it may, the fact remains we already have so much named on Mahatma Gandhi. Why do we need another scheme? So either you remove all the names from all the schemes, or if you can't do that, don't want to do that, which is also fair enough, because you are a government, you want icons to be reflected that were ignored earlier, then keep Mahatma Gandhi as here.
Okay.
Let me technically answer this question. Let me technically answer it. The last scheme was NREGA, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act.
Yes.
Employment guarantee. Alternate employment in a time when you can't find a job in a rural area.
Yeah.
This is not just employment. This is employment plus Ajivika. Ajivika means self-starting a business also. Yeah. So the scope has changed. So this is like saying that why haven't you named a completely new project on the name of the old project?
But
so
that
this is a completely new issue, new
no,
idea.
come on. That is
so
now
therefore,
sophistry.
then by that logic, so it is not disrespect. If we had any disrespect for Mahatma Gandhi, just 10 seconds, just 10 seconds. Then why would we run Khadi? Why would we run Swachh Bharat? But sir, I have one question, sir. One last question. Sir, let me also ask. DMK said this is Hindi imposition. DMK did not realize Indira Awas Yojana is in Hindi. Nirmal Bharat is in Hindi. Bharat Nirman is in Hindi.
That's fine. Look,
Aadhaar card is in Hindi.
those are easy
now
to...
they realize this is in
that
Hindi.
all, see, on substance, on the architecture, on even perhaps this whole north-south sort of divide about the usage of Hindi, etc., one can always look at all of this. And you can convincingly sort of rebut. But here on the Mahatma Gandhi issue, I think I have a feeling personally that the government wanted this to be a bit of a controversy, because then they could turn around and say there are so many people who oppose Lord Ram.
Can I ask you one question, Rahul?
Yeah.
Are you saying that now every state government, whenever it removes a program for self-employment or for starting a business, it should necessarily be named only after Mahatma Gandhi? All state governments are going to do that?
No, when you remove a name...
We have not removed any name. This is a new project or scheme that has been launched.
Viewers, I'll leave it to you.
No, the old scheme is an old scheme.
Okay, I'll leave it to you. I'll leave it to you. But viewers, look, there is a story that we must focus on tonight. And I want to move to that because it's very, very crucial that we understand this. You see, what are we celebrating today, viewers? Look at the screen on your extreme right. It's Vijay Divas today. Vijay Divas, viewers, is a day when Pakistan should be feeling this small. Precisely. That big. But viewers, guess what is happening? Today, Pakistan is feeling tall. 100 foot tall. Why, viewers? Because it has been given the PR massage of its lifetime. They will not stop talking about it. In fact, they've already started tweeting about it. A political provocation has ignited outrage far beyond party lines. At a time when the nation marks, viewers, Vijay Divas honoring India's decisive military victory over Pakistan, where Pakistan on a day like this is always looking for a little rock to crawl under, a senior Congress leader has handed Pakistan a propaganda gift, and that too on the anniversary of Vijay Divas, when the nation commemorates the anniversary of the breakup of terror sponsor Pakistan in 1971. What is Prithviraj Chavan saying? Senior leader, former Maharashtra Chief Minister, close to the Gandhi family, he's come out and said, quote, on the first day of Operation Sindoor, we were completely defeated. In the half-hour aerial engagement that took place on May 7, we were fully defeated, whether people accept it or not. He knows, viewers, because he was obviously sitting in the cockpit. He's saying they were completely defeated. The Indian Air Force. Indian aircraft was shot down. The Air Force was completely grounded and not a single aircraft flew. If any aircraft had taken off from Gwalior, Bhatinda or Sirsa, there's a high probability of it being shot down by Pakistan. During Operation Sindoor, there was not even a 1 kilometer movement of the military. What happened over 2-3 days was only aerial and missile warfare. In the future, wars will be fought like this. Do we really need to maintain an army of 12 lakh soldiers? Yes, viewers, Army Mukh Bharat now is Congress's national security doctrine. Goes on to say, can we make the army do some other work? Listen to him, viewers.
पहिल्या दिवशी आपला संपूर्ण पराभव झाला. 7 तारखेला जे हवाई युद्ध अर्ध्या तासात झालं त्यामध्ये आपला टोटल पराभव झाला, हे कोणी मान्य करो अगर न करो. आणि त्यामुळे त्या दिवशी भारताची जी विमानं पाडली, त्या दिवशी सगळा भारताचा एअरफोर्स हा ग्राउंड झाला, त्यानंतर एकही विमान उडलं नाही. आणि पाकिस्तानला ट्रम्पने इतकं डोक्यात चढवलेलं आहे. त्यामुळे तुमच्याकडे 12 लाख सैन्य आहे का 25 लाख सैन्य आहे का 1 कोटी सैन्य, याला काय अर्थ राहिला नाही. मग आपल्याला 12 लाख आर्मी ठेवायची काय गरज आहे का? मग त्यांच्याकडे दुसरं काहीतरी काम करून घेऊ आपण.
Make them do other work. Contempt, viewers, contempt. On a day when you should be paying tribute to the armed forces, you're taunting them. That is a remark attributed, viewers, to former Maharashtra Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan, a statement followed not by reflection or correction, but by a barbed taunt. Do we really need an army? Viewers, is this mere political rhetoric? When Pakistan's establishment, from General Asif Munir to Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, routinely weaponizes Indian political statements. And I'll show you those pictures also. Does such commentary weaken India's moral and strategic posture? Remember, this is not the first time. From raising doubts over Operation Sindoor to questioning surgical strikes to demanding proof from the armed forces, skepticism has followed consistency, viewers, and it has been across military operations. Rahul Gandhi said there is damning silence from EM Jaishankar. How many Indian aircraft did we lose because Pakistan knew about our strategy? Unquote. Question mark was asked, viewers, in Parliament by the LOP. Jairam Ramesh, why did Prime Minister Modi suddenly stop Operation Sindoor? Where did the pressure come from? Ajay Rai, multiple clarifications and contrary statements from the military shows something went wrong during Operation Sindoor. And remember, this is the same man, viewers, who ridiculed the Rafale, sitting there with the model of the Rafale. I'll show you those pictures very soon. Pawan Khera, another Congress leader, says, under whose pressure did we stop Operation Sindoor? Why is Prime Minister Modi not saying that Trump is lying? Tonight we ask, viewers, what is the Congress party's stand on this? Do all the leaders agree that we should not have a standing army, that we lost the war, that on day one itself our aircraft could not take off, they were parked and our army didn't even move a kilometer? Does the leadership endorse all of this? Why is it strategically silent today? And more importantly, can a party that questions India's military operations credibly participate in tributes even on Vijay Diwas? Views? They are fundamental questions and they need to be asked. And I want to go straight across to Nikhil Jain, political analyst. Professor Mondol remains with us. But Nikhil Jain, do you agree with Mr. Chavan? Or have you batted today for the surrender of our Indian armed forces?
Rahul, actually, we've gotten so used to our politicians saying things in the past 11 years that don't make any sense, that every time some politician talks about national security, we tend to instinctively and inherently mock the politician for it without realizing what the background of the person concerned is. This is not just some run-of-the-mill politician. It's somebody who's designed warfare machinery. He was a Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, handling the departments of administrative reforms and departments of personnel and training. He was the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, we all know that. And he was also the architect of the Nuclear Liability Bill, which was the final culmination in the nuclear deal that we had with the US. So this is a gentleman who knows what he's talking about, as does the Chief of Defense Staff, Anil Chauhan, who said the exact same thing of the losses on the first day of Operation Sindoor, after which a rejig was done in the strategy, which led to the stupendous victory by our forces. So Mr. Chauhan is not saying something that our forces have not already said. So far as the statement is concerned that the army did not move even a kilometer in Operation Sindoor, and therefore we need to relook at the way we plan national security. Again, what he's saying is a statement of fact, and the views that he's airing is the view that our military leadership has held for many, many years, whether it is Army Chief and later CJS Bipin Rawat. Non-contact warfare will help in gaining advantage in future wars. That is 2019. Before that, can't fight wars like the previous ones. 2018 by General Bipin Rawat. You also have General Manoj Pandey saying the same thing in 2024. You also have CDS Anil Chauhan saying the same thing in 2024. So the nature of warfare has changed. We are looking into spectrums like cyber, space, electromagnetic and such, and therefore the importance of a military force like the land forces, basically the army, has diminished in the warfare setup across the world, which is why strong national security setups are looking for a rejig, and our setup is no different. Our Chief of Defense Staff, our Chief of Army Staff, our National Security Advisor are looking to make the exact same changes which Mr. Prithviraj Chauhan is talking about.
So why don't we find, viewers, why don't we find different work for the army? This is the same Congress party that was challenging the government when it came out with the Agniveer scheme, saying that you're cutting down our force levels. In fact, it came out and even pointed out how Russia is finding it difficult to overrun Ukraine because it doesn't have the manpower to do so. Boots on the ground, hai nahi. So how are we going to go across and tame land parcels? They want us to go to Pakistan, split Pakistan, and then do what with it, viewers? If you can't occupy it, how will we get back POK if we have no army? We'll send Rahul Gandhi? Viewers, think about it. What is this man saying? And he's coming out and saying that the aircrafts were completely grounded. Anyhow, I don't want to... basically, the Congress has come out and backed Mr. Chavan's statement.
But why are you surprised, Rahul?
No, why?
Sena ka apman is Congress's pehchan. By the way, right from saying Sadak Ka Gunda, surgical strike Khunki Dalali, Balakot airstrike Cheel Kawe Mare, Operation Sindoor is a failure or chutput, then not celebrating Kargil Memorial Day for 5 years, or also going and saying that, look, this statement about Mr. Prithviraj Chauhan, he's not made the first time. Operation Mahadev, he found the name communal, and this statement that 12 lakh soldiers should be given some other task and disband the army. By the way, 2 other gentlemen have said this, and I'm taking away Anand's point. One is Mr. Nehru, he himself has said this, and second is, please listen.
India's laborers, India's farmers, India's workers, you will not need the army, navy and air force to be standing over there.
So, Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself has advocated, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi has gone to the extent of saying that Sena ki pitai ho rahi thi, so the Supreme Court no less. Don't do this, Mr. Nikhil Jain. Supreme Court said that no Indian speaks like this. Never before has a Supreme Court chastised a leader of opposition. But having said that, Rahul, I just want to ask one thing. Today we have AI, we have artificial intelligence, we can generate comic characters. Why do we need Nikhil on this panel? We have CCTV.
No, let's not get personal.
Then why do we
then
need
he'll get
security
upset.
guard?
Then he'll get upset. Then he'll get upset. That's
I'm
not fair.
I mean, if the ridiculousness of the arguments are going to be this, lastly,
My friend, just because you're in the BJP doesn't mean you have
You
to
can
act like
accuse
a
him
clown.
of looking up chat GTP to come out with
Lastly-
something like this, but you can't say he
Lastly-
himself should be an AI character. I mean, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Lastly, I just, no, that is at least artificially intelligent. Lastly, I just want to say that, see, Operation Sindoor was also called Tamasha by Praniti Shinde. Operation Sindoor was called as a failure and chutput. This was the first time, Rahul, you did so many interviews, that we went and struck deep inside the heart of Pakistan, 9 terror camps and 11 military bases, and it was our largest hit. It was our largest hit. And then they say that we were destroyed in one day. Imagine what they're doing to the manobal of the forces who are looking
That
up
is
for...
my concern, viewers. I mean, Dr. Ranganathan, when a leader, senior leader, architect of the nuclear rewrite and reset, and a man who has made weapon systems and knows about weapons, this is not some lightweight we're talking about. This is a Maharashtra chief minister. He has been and remains a very close advisor to Rahul Gandhi. If he shares these views, I mean, are we wrong to overreact like this? I don't know. I'm a bit startled.
No, we are not. And can I turn your argument around? Looking and hearing his views today, I am scared and shocked that he held such positions of prominence earlier in the defense sector. I mean, somebody who can say what he said today, I shudder to think what kind of decisions or what kind of advices he would have given to the powers that be 10 years or 15 years ago. Be that as it may, today I must compliment my good friend Nikhil Jain. He's done his research, there is no doubt about it. And what he says technically is right. I agree with him. And I do also agree with everyone who says that the nature of warfare has changed. It's not just me saying something in a eureka moment. People have said this over the last decade. But Nikhil, my dear friend, there is a way of interpreting it and saying it. Let me give you examples. China, for example, has reduced its military troops by as much as 1/3 It is now sub 1 million. UK has reduced it. NATO countries have reduced it. Western powers have reduced it. So yes, you are right when you say that the nature of warfare has changed and so we need less troops on the ground. India acknowledges it. It's not that we are saying something that's new, but the point is, look at the manner in which he's saying it. Downright derogatory, downright mediocre, and downright saying as if he is absolutely unaware of the facts and how you should put it across. For him to say, do we need the army? Do we need this? Or we need to find job for them? This is not the way you act when you realize that there is an axiom which is technically right what yours is. So please, can we just stick to the military generals talking about our military and armed forces?
No, one second. All of that is fine. And Professor Mondol, I want to ask you, a senior politician like this, look at the propaganda value.
Yes.
You see, if you could just be a little more nuanced, you could say, look, in battle, you have losses. We did suffer a few. It has been widely acknowledged. But you can't go around saying we lost the war. We don't need 12 lakh soldiers. Disband them. I mean, this is trivializing national security doctrine to the point. And on a day, I mean, look, you've got to choose at least the day when you're making these statements. This is one day where India deliberately goes out there and commemorates the breakup of Pakistan, because it was a phenomenally important contribution. So
And
on
who
that
started
day,
the commemoration, it was the BJP government. Congress didn't even start to commemorate this day or
That is
either
true.
the Kargil war.
That's okay. That's an academic moot point, and I agree with you. But let's not, just forget about all of that. I'm just saying, on a day when we are supposed to make Pakistan feel insignificant, we're giving them this huge propaganda boost, Professor.
I think it's definitely a loose comment, should have been made at all. But it's only he can answer. But I'm aghast at the hypocrisy of BJP celebrating today because they hate everything that is Bangla, even Bangladesh. Because Bangladesh was created because of our blood. Our soldiers shed blood to create Bangladesh. And now look at the fate of Bangladesh now and our relationship with that. The friendly neighbor.
Do you know, sir, 2 days ago, I just want to tell you something. 2 days ago, a new political party in Bangladesh, new leader, has come out and he's contesting the elections, has come out and said that we are going to take over the Seven Sisters. The comment is going viral. Has Mamata Banerjee viewers, has Mamata Banerjee, the towering leader from the east of this country who thinks that, she is the vanguard. She's the vanguard of national security in that region. Has she even come out and said, sorry, Dhaka, don't make these...
You probably did not follow Mamta. When this kind of statement was made for the first time in August 2023, it was said in the House of the Assembly. Mamta Di herself, please go and check. So please do not distort Mamta Di. Do not teach Mamta Di.
The interim leader of Bangladesh, the interim leader of Bangladesh shares, viewers, a map of Greater Bangladesh. One second, Professor Saab.
Even though it was a laughable statement,
Professor Saab, see, I know that today, I'm asking you, I know that today. Okay, 1 second. Who made the statue? Who made the statue for one of the greatest icons of Bengal? At Rajpath.
Messi.
At Kartavya Path now. Who made it, viewers?
He won't say it.
Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's statue was erected by whom?
PM Modi, and it's for Indian National Army. He founded the Indian National Army.
Icon and one of the bravest sons of Bengal.
What were the names of the brigades
bravest
in
son
the
of
Indian
Bengal.
National Army, Shahzad?
Bravest
20
son.
seconds.
What were the names of the
20
brigades
seconds.
in the Indian National
Just
Army?
20, just 20 seconds. First of all, I have a beef to pick with Anand
Or was there a
Ranganathan.
Godse brigade?
Can I pick a
SP
beef with Anand
brigade?
Ranganathan for a change?
1 second. Everyone is scoring political brownie points. 1 second, gentlemen. Let's not become cacophonous.
I want to attack Anand Ranganathan tonight.
Yeah.
Anand Ranganathan.
because he doesn't have any
Now,
answer.
1 second.
Anand Ranganathan seems to be Anand Ranganathan. He has
Professor
all,
Saab, 1 minute, please.
Arey bhai.
I'll let you speak.
It was my turn. What, Professor?
1
It was my
second.
turn.
1 second. I'll bring you back. He just wants to make an
पूरा 1000 सेकंड ले लो अभी का तो
Okay, 1 second. Sir, don't speak Hindi. Then you will say that we are forcing you to speak Hindi and disrespecting Bangla. Please don't say all that, please. Now 1 minute.
By the way, did he get a selfie?
1 minute. Let me just 1 second. Intervention coming. Listen, let's not make this. Let's not run away from this debate. We are coming back to you, sir. No one's running away.
I have a small point to just tell Anand. Anand said that he was appreciating Nikhil that the nature of warfare has changed, and Congress, the words may be wrong, but the sentiment of the Congress is that nature of warfare has changed. No, Anand, their nature of warfare with Pakistan is कि आप 26/11 करो, हम कुछ नहीं करेंगे. We will say you're victims of terror. And by the way, since 1971 has been evoked, let me make you hear a statement, not of me or BJP leader, of Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw.
She went there and Bhutto made a complete of her. And I knew.
Keep quiet. Keep quiet.
If I needed anything just now, they'll throw me out. Give me a chance. In 6 months' time, I promise.
Sam Manekshaw said, and he said it for the right reason, that we gave away 93,000 prisoners of war, but we never took our 54 men back. And therefore, he said they made a complete dash of, not my words, Sam Manekshaw's words. So, Mr. Monojit Mandal, stop crying for Dhaka and start crying for your soldiers once in a while. Did you take a selfie with
Bengal. The name of Bengal.
How can I please respond?
Well, very quickly, yes. Nikhil Jain, you want to respond? Yes,
your
quickly.
leader, Mr. Amin Malviya, said that
Thank you so
Bangla is
much.
not even a
Thanks so
language.
much.
That's what you
So,
said.
Shehzad, we all know is the king of clipped videos. He can clip anything, and we know his IT cell has been doing that for a
Mr.
long
Jain,
time. So
do you
whether they're saying
believe
Rahul
that
Gandhi
the,
video or
one second, Mr. Jain,
Manaflow
answer a
video-
straightforward question tonight. Forget Shehzad, forget everybody else. I'm asking you a
You all are
question. One
experts
second.
at clipping
One
other
second.
things.
Is this a statement made on Vijay Divas? Even Mr. Professor Mondol has come out and said it's a loose comment. Do you not think it's a loose comment at all? Or do you imbue it with such wisdom?
Rahul.
Yes or
Rahul,
no?
you
I'm
are
asking you a
play-
simple question.
You are, let me just please answer it very simply. You are playing certain seconds of a long interview in Marathi with a certain translation.
Right.
You are
Okay.
the
Certain
context of the entire thing is lost.
opposed
The
Operation
context of
Mahadev.
the entire thing is lost. You are saying that he's talking about trying to put the entire 1.2 million force of the army to some other use. I'm sure that is not what is said. You can deploy the resources in the army to the CAPFs, to the CRPF,
One second.
CISF.
Okay, Nikhil Jain, fine. You don't find anything, you don't find anything jarring about this, sir. Fine, I concede the point. You're absolutely right. Maybe you're entitled to your views. Viewers, at the end of the day, I'll leave it to you to discuss. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan, you're raising your hand. Make a quick point. Yeah.
I think, can I, with due permission of my good friend Nikhil Jain, take back my compliments that I had given him 30 seconds ago? I'll give you some other time, Nikhil, but not today. What are you saying?
Well, viewers, what more can be said? We've just handed the entire
You also have to tell
war.
that in 1971, Indira Gandhi was the one who split
We've
Pakistan.
handed an entire victory over to Pakistan. And they are tweeting away, viewers. And this is going to go across the world. International media will also pick this up because all they want to do today, viewers, is to basically poke a hole in India's growth, its rising power status. And we are giving them the ammunition on a platter. Well, viewers, we are going to be asking the Congress party what its official stand is. Let's see. Let's move on, viewers, because this is once again an important story, and it's about what many people say is an attempt to put the Gandhis in a box. And we're talking about the Herald House case. A Delhi court on Tuesday refused to take cognizance of the Enforcement Directorate's money laundering case against Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and 5 others. This is also known as the National Herald case. The Rouse Avenue court said the agency's prosecution complaint filed under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act or PMLA was not maintainable since the case was based on a private complaint filed by BJP leader Dr. Subramanian Swamy and not a first information report or FIR. The court also pointed out that Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing had already registered an FIR in this case, meaning it will be premature and prudent to now rule on the ED's submission. So let's open this up and ask, because the Congress party has come out and said very clearly that we are right, this was a witch hunt, we have scored a famous victory, and that at the end of the day, this is a massive reprieve from a witch hunt. So I just want you to come in very quickly, Shehzad Poonawalla, and explain why you differ with this point of view when the court has clearly, and a lot of things have even been said about the ED by the court, by the way.
Right. Now let us focus from today's order. Today's order has made no comments on the merits of the case. It denied the Gandhi family an acquisition of the FIR in this case, and all that it said that the current charge sheet wouldn't be taken cognizance of, which was known to everyone simply because it was at the back of a private complaint, and the law after 2022, in particular after various judgments of the Supreme Court, is very clear that the ED needs to have its what is called as the case that needs to be there, it has to be in an FIR. So pursuant to this, following the law, which is actually good for the accused because the accused then has a right because he has a proper FIR to access. The EOW case was already filed in October, and in that the entire case has been described as to how the 2,000 crore property was usurped by one family using a special purpose vehicle. By the way, if they want to quote, if they've got relief, in the criminal case, they went right up to the Supreme Court, no relief, they're out on bail. In the IT case, they challenged the IT court's tribunal's orders, no relief from the Supreme Court. And even in the ED case, 900 crore worth property has been attached and they've got no relief. So this is, you know what, it is to manufacture a relief, then feel happy about it. The fact of the matter is that today the ED has a bulletproof case after the FIR has already been lodged in pursuance of its statutory and constitutional duty after the October 3rd, 2025 FIR.
Okay.
And therefore, they can celebrate as much as they like, but that is only in their minds.
Very quickly, you were raising your hand, Doctor.
Yeah, no, very simply, I'd heard of multiplicity of agencies. What is this multiplicity of charge sheets? What Shahzad said is quite right. You have an FIR that has already been registered and the case is being pursued there. So a very simple question. Why did the ED maintain this charge sheet that was based on a private complaint? Why did it not tell the court that we are taking back this charge sheet? It's a very simple question.
Can I answer that question?
Yeah, so I'll just say, law officials raised doubts only after magistrate took cognizance in the complaint case. ECR maintainability was questioned much later. This is the point.
Let me answer. Because when the initial case was started by a private complaint 2012, at that time the then judge who made scathing observations against the Gandhi family and started the criminal prosecution also said that ED and IT should investigate in it. So they had the basis of the ID investigation was the 2012 order of the court. Now, based on a private complaint, the investigations continued with the ED. But 2022 onwards, there are several judgments where the Supreme Court has now necessitated. Earlier, a private complaint could become the basis of a ED investigation. But now you need to have an FIR cast in stone. That is the law after 22-23. So after that is the case, in pursuance of the legal situation right now, that has been done on October 3rd. So that has been done. So therefore, this charge sheet, it takes a back seat and the FIR that has been filed is the
Okay, so
actual
can I ask you a question, Nikhil Jain? Look, we don't want to get lost in the woodwork here, in the woods, in the weeds, so to speak, because the court has not given a clean chit. It has refused to register this particular charge sheet because it says there is no FIR and so on and so forth, but there are other investigations going on. So let's just set that aside and let's say that you've got a reprieve and you're very happy with this reprieve. And in fact, the Congress has come out and said, Satyamev Jayate, the truth always wins. But is your acceptance of verdicts selective? Recently, just about, 2 weeks ago or something like that, the beginning of December, a judge came out and gave Hindus, for example, the right to worship and light their Deepatun. And you have signed on, and I'll show you those visuals, viewers, they moved a petition, a notice for impeachment against that judge. So I want to ask you, Nikhil Jain, when does the judiciary become okay and when does it become bad? And how does this definition continually change or the goalposts change?
Rahul, since you're asking me about two different questions, I hope you give me the time to respond to both of them. First of all, the impeachment motion or the removal motion that was filed for the particular judge was filed by the DMK. It was, of course, supported by the Congress, and it wasn't on account of the judgment that was given in the Deepatun case. It was on account of misconduct that the judge had been exhibiting for a long time. There had been letters written by former judges of the High Court. There were calls by the bar.
It only after
He's given an order on the 9th of December. He's given an order which flies in the face of a binding order of the Madras High Court in 2014, which had already settled the case.
Wrong.
And
Today the court has come out and said a double bench. No, one second. I just want to make a division bench has come out today, viewers. Maybe Nikhil Jain hasn't opened that page on his Google. Please Google it. The judge today has come out and said that a single judge bench, the division bench has come out and said that the single judge bench was within its right to proclaim an order. It's written there, viewers, today. It has just come out. It's breaking news. Yes, Doctor.
Rahul, there is a 2004. Can I please?
Wait, all these things are argued in the court, sir. Today, don't always argue about everything,
in the middle
sir.
of my point, you interject me. You never asked Shahzad or Anand for any proof. For every single word that I say, you want proofs with Oscola.
What proof do I ask him in the last debate? Do I ask him for proof to show how many Rafales fell out of the sky?
Can I at least make the point? The point that I'm trying to make is that we are talking about the National Herald case, in which case no property was ever transferred to the Gandhis, no property was ever leased by the Gandhis. No property was ever used by the Gandhis. No money ever flowed to the Gandhis. The ownership of the properties continues with Associate Journals
Justice
Limited.
Nikhil.
The question I asked is, gentlemen,
stake in
viewers.
Associate
Justice
Journals
Nikhil.
Limited is taken over by a non-profit company. Yet the ED
Led
is
by
going
the
after the Gandhis
Low
by
class.
this witch hunt.
Even his lies have frozen.
Okay, no, very quickly. 1 second, very quickly, very quickly.
Can I-
Yes, one second,
Can
very
I
quickly.
just
Yes,
to
doctor,
Anand-
doctor, 1 second. Doctor
May
is
I-
raising his hand.
That the
Doctor,
person
yes.
who's the trustee is the primary beneficiary of it.
Okay, sir. Okay, wonderful.
No,
Yeah.
look, whatever Justice Jain is saying, I of course take it with a pinch of salt. I respect
Dr.
what Justice
Ranganathan,
Jain.
what are these juvenile jibes? Are we in
Yeah,
high
please,
school?
please.
Are we in high
Nikhil, I
school?
didn't interrupt.
Dr. Ranganathan, what are these
when you-
juvenile jibes?
No,
No, you
look,
were
But he's
interrupting
called
with
you a
these
judge.
Justice
Why
Jain
is he
jibes
feeling
and
so
all of
insulted?
that.
Call him a Qazi. Call him a Qazi.
No,
Qazi.
no,
Come
please.
on,
Come on.
man.
Let's not get into all of
Come
this.
on.
Yes. Yes,
Did
yes,
I
sir.
call you a protein ka
Nikhil,
dabba?
please.
Yes,
Are
sir.
we here to
You
do
can,
juvenile
I'm
banter?
strong.
1 second, please. Yes, doctor. Yeah, go ahead.
Be happy with
Right.
that.
It's a very simple. And please, Nikhil, you are now basically narrating why, in your opinion, Rahul Gandhi is innocent and should be acquitted in the National Herald case. That's your opinion, fine. But can you? It's a simple yes and no question. Is there a charge sheet on National Herald State which is currently maintainable? Yes
Criminal,
or no?
yes.
Yes.
Answer, Nikhil.
How does the
Justice
presence of
Nikhil,
a
please
how
answer.
does the presence of a charge sheet make somebody guilty? How does
Huh?
the presence of a charge sheet make somebody
Charges
guilty? That
have
is
been taken
ridiculous.
cognizance
Alright.
What sort
of. They are
ridiculous
out
line
on
of
bail.
argument
Arey
is that?
bhai.
What ridiculous line of argument is
Okay,
that, Dr.
viewers,
Ranganathan?
the point is this.
Beating your head like that isn't going to
one
make the
second, one
argument
second.
any better.
Everyone's head is down. Viewers, this matter might appear like a technical relief for the Gandhis, but it's actually not. They have not had a reckoning as yet. There is no clean chit, and the judgment actually says it. I leave it at this, viewers, because in any case, this case has been dragging on for years, and the BJP needs to respond to one question. Why is it that it has been dragging on for years? It's been almost 12 years, viewers. I leave it at this.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Yes,
10 seconds counter.
Syed
Yes, thank you. Anand Bhai, Pradeep Bhandari ji made a statement that this is on the instructions of Rahul Gandhi. I think it's unfair to attribute this to him without having any evidence of proof of the same. Also, as a matter of fact, I'm glad that you mentioned about Pakistan ISI.
Jackie, my dear friend, prove me wrong.
Just allow me to complete my point, my dear friend. Thank you. In the same tablet that you have, I quickly request you to go to any AI platforms that you use or any Google that you use and type Dhruv Saxena, a member of the BJP IT cell who was found to be working for Pakistan's ISI. So therefore, sir, you
He
will
was
not see any
arrested even by our own.
working.
Who arrested
no,
him?
hear me out.
Who arrested him? Who arrested him? Do not pass the buck.
You're
Do not
exposed.
deviate. Who arrested him?
Pradeep Bhandari,
Why are
exposed.
you are becoming better than Hafiz Saeed to
Allow me
defend
to
Rahul Gandhi?
complete my point.
Is it
Don't
true
get
or not that
complete.
Rahul? Is it true or not that
Please
Rahul
allow
asked
me.
Hindustan
Pradeep
to
Bhandari,
get rid?
please let it complete. Yeah.
Pradeep,
Please,
Pradeep bhai,
please.
allow me to complete my point. Firstly, of course, he was arrested by the NIA and great job by the National Investigation Agency, and we take pride in that. The fact of the matter is, for members like Dhruv Saxena or any member of the Congress party who makes such statements, I think they should be dealt with iron hands. I completely agree with Anand Bhai. The Congress, Indian National Congress, must and should take a statement on this because, we might be having difference of opinion or ideology.
And I'm going to begin first with the BJP to get a sense of why it needs to do all of this. Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, a massive bill, an act of parliament that approximates to his vision of rural empowerment. Today you're changing that name and you've brought in an acronym that translates, some people are saying, to basically propel a particular vision of India, cultural vision.
First of
How
all,
do you respond to this, sir?
First of all,